Prince Charles remains in self-isolation this morning as the first royal to contract coronavirus.
He does indeed. He's at Balmoral with the Duchess of Cornwall. Now, she has tested negative. The Daily Mirror's royal editor, Russell Myers, joins us now. Russell, hi there. Good to see you. What's the latest? What do we know?
Well, we know that Prince Charles has tested positive for COVID-19, the coronavirus, and is recuperating at home at his Scottish retreat of Birkhall on the Balmoral estate. Now, he tested on Monday after feeling under the weather over the weekend, probably latter part of the weekend, Sunday. Tested on Monday and had the results on Tuesday and has the virus. The Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla, his wife, was also tested as a precaution as well, but tested negative. Now, as a result of his positive test, he is in self-isolation, away from Camilla, away from the staff that they've got at Birkhall, who are also isolating under the conditions.
You wonder if they've all been tested, all the members of the royal family and indeed all of their staff. Do we know that?
No, we don't. This is something that the palace have remained tight-lipped about, actually, that they've said that they won't tell us whether they've been tested. We don't know whether the Queen or even Prince William has been tested as well. Now, this is particularly pertinent because the Queen met Prince Charles on March the 12th. That was the last time they had a face-to-face meeting. The doctors have sort of worked it back, calculating his symptoms, and they say the first initial signs that he would have been infectious were March the 13th. So I'm sure there was a lot of sort of worry about the Queen's health, fears for her health, certainly when Charles tested positive.
One of the people that we know he met, I think it was a little bit before that, was Prince Albert from Monaco, who also has tested positive for coronavirus. Are they sure that that wasn't the moment? I mean, they look quite far away there, but I don't doubt that away from the official photographs, Russell, they were much closer contact.
Well, certainly, this was on March the 10th, this meeting, that Prince Charles was at a WaterAid event in London. And now, since then, Prince Albert of Monaco has tested positive for the virus. So, listen, this shows you how quickly this can spread. The doctors are confident, and Clarence House, his official residents, have said that the doctors are confident that he wasn't infectious up until March the 13th. Now, again, this is particularly important because obviously the Queen may have been infected if he was infectious before then. As well, they are saying that anyone that the Prince came in touch with, certainly he'd met dozens and dozens of people. He had carried out an investiture at Buckingham Palace on the 12th and had loads of meetings at his Gloucestershire estate in Highgrove, but everybody has been contacted and been made aware of his condition.
I know, because you look at that, he was in the crowded room. We saw him in a crowded room, very, very close to people.
Kate and I were at the Prince's Trust Awards. They were the 11th.
Right.
And Kate actually was in the lineup to meet Prince Charles as well, amongst Anton Deck and plenty of other, Piers Brosnan. And it was a great day. And, of course, all the Prince's Trust winners and nominees were there as well. But I think you were saying, Russell, that was 2 days before they feel like he was showing any sort of symptoms. But,
yeah, exactly. I just wonder, though, how accurate is that, Hilary? When can you really pinpoint that moment that you became infectious?
No, not exactly. No, we know the incubation period is roughly 5 to 6 days, so it's difficult to pinpoint, but you get a rough idea. OK, so it's kind of a rough idea. I wonder, Russell, we were talking about last week, or it seems like a lifetime ago, but we were talking about the fact that maybe there were calls for the Queen to address the nation. And I know she's very tech-savvy and she could probably do it by Skype on her own. Is that something that has been mooted or something that we might expect?
Well, certainly, the Queen, I think the country does expect it at some stage. Now, the palace is saying that they will be guided by the government, and obviously this is a situation that has so many fast-moving parts. However, I'm sure that the Queen does want to speak to the nation. Certainly, Charles was due to give a video address at some stage as well. Now, that looks to be put on ice indefinitely to see how his condition develops. The doctors have said that they are confident that his condition won't get worse from now on. However, listen, the British people will be wanting at times of crisis the royal family to step up. Perhaps in certain quarters they have been criticised for being lacking to being seen on the front line. Certainly we had William and Kate at a 111 centre last week, and whether they get out and about again remains to be seen at the moment.
As long as it can be done safely, I think seeing them visibly sort of getting out and amongst it and sort of thanking the people that are front line would be hugely helpful. They did release a picture, didn't they, Russell, of Boris Johnson on the phone to the Queen. This was their weekly meeting. Obviously can't have them face-to-face. But it's quite unusual to release a picture like this, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think we were all astonished when it dropped on Instagram late last night. But, I mean, this is historic, this photograph, and is absolutely fire PR for Buckingham Palace as well. Certainly there would have been fears for the Queen's health since Prince Charles was diagnosed with having the coronavirus. However, by putting this out, it gives a message that the Queen is very well and is carrying on with normal business.
No, exactly. I love the fact that the old-fashioned phone.
I just was thinking exactly. The Queen's phone definitely looks like a dial-up phone, doesn't it?
That is a dial-up phone.
That's not got buttons. Give that to a teenager or a millennial, they wouldn't have a clue how to make it work.